Hey, it's Phil Bruce here, and in today's video, what I want to talk about is my current weightlifting routine and the things that I'm doing with my weight training sessions during the spring months, in particular, the leaning phase, the phase where I'm looking to reduce the body fat and look more on the endurance side rather than building strength and size. So if you've watched previous videos that I've done, I've talked about how in the winter months, I tend to bulk up. So I tend to do the heavier lifting, less repetitions, keep it at 4 sets, lifting more weights. And I'm looking to get the power, the size, the strength in those elements. So I typically do that from the end of October when the clocks change on until about March time is when I've been looking to do that. And then since the middle/end of March, I've then gone into the leaning stage. So what I've done with this one, because I'm looking to reduce the body fat, I'm looking to get a bit more toned, I'm looking to build more of the endurance side, I have decided to go away from the heavy weights. So I'm not lifting really heavy weights for short reps, but I'm increasing the reps, so I'm increasing the number of times that I am lifting the weights. I have also kept the sets the same, so that 4 sets per exercise that I do. And what I've done now, I've gone up to 30 repetitions for 4 sets. And again, the reason for that is from watching a lot of videos from a guy called Dr. Mike Israetel, who's absolutely brilliant on YouTube and doing other research as well. It's kind of seen that you can still gain some strength. You can gain muscular strength. You can gain results from weightlifting from anywhere from 5 repetitions per set to 30 repetitions per set. So that's why I've gone for the 30 at the moment. And it's also because we're doing more of the lifts, we're doing more of the repetitions. I'm working my muscular endurance, so the ability for my muscles to keep on lifting that volume of weight for a prolonged period of time. And it also gets my cardiovascular system working, so my heart, my lungs, all that kind of thing working. And by getting those working, we're actually burning more calories. So weight loss or body fat reduction is basically about the calories that you're burning versus the calories that you are eating, that you are consuming. So I'm looking to burn more calories when I'm doing the weight training rather than thinking to myself that I've got to try and gain the size and strength. Another kind of change that I've made for these spring months and then going into the summer months is also that I'm looking at just doing the big muscle groups or the compound muscle groups at this moment during the main pattern of the routines. So what I'm doing at the moment, rather than doing what I was doing before where it was split into muscle groups. So for example, I was doing a chest, back and shoulder session one day. I was doing biceps and triceps on another day, and then doing legs, and then repeating that cycle twice a week. So I do 6 sessions a week. What I'm doing now is I'm doing 4 exercises per session, just because, again, with doing more repetitions, it's increasing the demand on the body for the endurance, but it's also the time that it takes as well. It takes more time to do more reps for each thing, so that's why I've kind of gone down to 4. And I'm also focusing on each session, focusing on the compound movements and the compound muscle groups. So what I've gone for one of the 4 moves being a chest exercise, one of the 4 moves being a back exercise, one of the 4 moves being a legs exercise, and then one of the 4 moves being a shoulders exercise. And yes, I understand that shoulders is more in isolation, but when we're looking at getting a lean physique, a good physique, a healthy physique, and, reducing the body fat, it does look good to have the shoulders nice and broad, nice and strong, especially in proportion to the hips and the waist. So you're looking to have wider shoulders than what you are hips and waist. So it's a good focus of mine, hence why I put the shoulders. And by getting strong shoulders, it also helps with the chest movements, so like the bench press, the chest press, the flies, all those kind of things as well. So I'm doing those sessions, say 5 to 6 times a week, and mixing it up. Yes, I've got those 4 moves, but it might be, for example, one of the days with chest, I could be doing bench press. So I've done, let's say, today, filming this on Tuesday morning, I've just been to the gym, so I've done an incline bench press today, 4 sets of 30 reps. I did it with 45 kilos. It could be, for example, tomorrow when I come to do the session, I might do a chest fly. So I'm taking it out wide. It could either be with the machine or the dumbbells. We'll see what I fancy doing tomorrow. But again, with the bench press, the incline bench press, I'm working the chest, the middle bit and the top bit of the chest. Whilst when I'm doing the fly, I'll be working, as I say, the side of the chest. So getting the pectoral minors here. Whilst today I've been getting more of the pectoral major, more of the big part of the chest. So that's what, I'll mix it up each time that I do a chest exercise each day. Same with the back. It could be a lat pull down one day. It could be a bent over row another day. It could, there's loads that you could do. You could do, as I say, a bit, if I want to go body weight, I could do pull-ups. That's a great body weight exercise that I could also focus on. Obviously, I wouldn't do 30 reps of that. I do that as many as I can with good form. Again, I could do pulls, pull-ups. I could do loads of different things for the back as well. If I want to do deadlifts to get the hamstrings too, I could, but I don't really tend to do that. Legs. Now, for the legs, again, looking at compound movements like your squats, you could be getting leg presses and stuff like that. And I've been mixing it up with the legs particularly. So I've been doing a mixture of full range of motion movements. So I could say a squat, you start at the top, going down to get the bum level with the knees and then coming back up. But I've also been doing hover squats and hover leg presses as well. And the reason for that is by keeping it low, it allows me to stay low. It allows me to keep the muscle under contraction for longer. It allows me to put more physical demand on certain parts of the muscle. So, for example, getting into the hamstrings, getting into the glutes, getting into the quads. I can go at the lower phase, and I'm trying to build up the endurance in my legs. Now, what I also have to bear in mind with the legs is because I'm teaching spin 4 times a week. I'm playing football on a Saturday still. I'm still teaching exercise classes, delivering that to get into cardio in as well. Doing Pilates, so get a bit of body weight strength for the legs. I'm doing a lot of leg work, so I've got to get the right balance between working it hard and exhausting it. So that's why I'm mixing it up really between the full range of motion squats and leg presses and all those, and the hover one. So it's just getting a mix, and it keeps it fresh in the mind as well. So the plan is from the end part of March right through till the end of April, I'll be staying at 30 reps, going through that. Then in May, I'll be going down to 25 reps. In June, 20 reps. July, 15 reps. August, 10 reps. See how I feel then for September, October. And then, as I say, then you're concentrating more on the bulking up stage through there. And I might even do it in the winter months where I could start the bulk a little bit earlier, but do like a month of a bulk, a month lighter, a month of a bulk, and just keep mixing it up. So there's ways that I'm always trying to adapt my training and trying to see what works well for me, what gets the best results. So like we've talked about before in previous videos, it's about finding out what works for you. It's about mixing it up and trying different things. Now, as I say, with the spring part of the routine, like I've talked about, where I'm looking at the 30 reps, again, it's still doing it with quality. So yes, I am speeding up the movement of the repetition. So when I'm doing, for example, the bulking, when it's set to 5 reps, for example, or 6 reps, what I'd do on the bench press, let's give an example, is bring it really slow down, 2 to 3 seconds, touch the chest, and a bit faster back up. What I'm doing now, because I'm looking more at the speed work, but keeping the control, keeping the quality, I'll bring it down quicker, touch the chest, and still bring it quick on the way up. So it might be 1 to 2 seconds on the way down, and then explosive on the way up. So again, I'm still keeping the muscle contracted for quite a while, but I'm looking at, as I say, increasing the speed and getting the calories burned and getting the muscles working in a different demand. So that's what I'm doing with the weights part. And then to marry that through with the nutrition, I've started to reduce the carbohydrates slightly Now, I'm doing it at a smaller amount than probably what I'd recommend to a lot of people, because I'm teaching classes and doing workouts 2, 3, 4 times a day some days. I'm still, I'm doing a lot of exercise, so I can't bring it down where the nutrition's down significantly, because I need the energy to be able to perform the exercise classes, the training myself, and be able to perform in the games and not get injuries and not get too fatigued. So the way I've tweaked it is I've taken out the oats that I'd have in the morning. I have reduced, as I say, some kind of carbohydrates, so reducing like the amount of potatoes I'm having, reducing crisps, which I enjoy eating crisps, but I've reduced the amount that I'm having. Reduce, for example, oven-made chips, just reducing the portions, still eating them, but reducing the portions, whilst focusing on keeping the protein levels high, again, just to help me feel fuller for longer and help my muscles to recover from the work that I'm doing. So I'm just gradually doing it, and then as I feel like I get to a maintenance part with my nutrition over the next couple of months or so, again, just reduce it ever so slightly to see what I can tweak. And I think so far I've lost, I think it was about 4 or 5 pounds, which again is great. So I'm about 15 stone 11 now. Again, I'm trying to tweak it down to see if I can get to the lower half of 15 stone. I don't really want to go too much lighter than that, because I want to keep my muscle, I want to keep my size, and I'm aware, my size to a degree. And what I am aware of is if I reduce the calories too much and I'm not getting enough protein in, it'll affect my muscle mass. So I don't really want that. So I'm just trying to get the right balance. But I just thought, by talking about what I'm doing at the moment with my weight training regime, it might be something that you want to try yourself. It might be something that you can take little pointers from, and you can see what works for you, whether it does work for you or whether it doesn't, and you can tweak it and try it there. But yeah, I just hope you'd found that video useful, and hope you've managed to get something from it. As always, hope you're having a great week so far. I do love doing these videos, and I love hearing from you. Please keep subscribing, liking, sharing the videos. It honestly means the world. And if I can help as many people as possible in whatever way, then that would be absolutely brilliant. So take care. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and keep smiling, keep having a good one. Bye for now.